Ooh, it's Raw night. It's the wrap up. I am Sorgatron Mike Sorg here with a spanking new webcam for these things, so it's going to look a little bit better. Joining me is Mad Mike's up in the Bronx, New York. Sir, how you doing?
Hi, Sorg! I'm doing awesome.
You're having fun tonight. Also joining us from the wet Johnstown, PA, Bobby F. J. Town. He is the champion of Chachi Plays Street Fighter Tournament. I'm supposed to let you know by contract.
I can't reach my belt. It's on the floor.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Anyways, the Monday Night Raw, and of course, this is an extension of Wrestling Mayhem Show. You can check us out, WrestlingMayhemShow.com. We do all the proper shows, Wrestling Mayhem Show, Indie Mayhem Show, Tuesday nights. Over there, there's links at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. If you want to check that out, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and going for about 3 hours there, you can do the math. So, Raw tonight. We were talking about early in the hangout. I guess it was expected. We knew that Daniel Bryan was injured to the point where he has to go for the next surgery, and we knew there was going to be some kind of change, some kind of rewrite, something going on. And what do you guys think about how they handled what's happening with him?
I think it's okay because they don't know what's going on with him yet. So better than to strip the title off of him now, wait to see what's going on with his neck, and then make a decision from there. You know.
Nice kind of placeholder, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I'm just more curious as to what they're going to do if they do have to strip the belt from him.
Yeah.
Because next week's Raw is in England, so there are going to be spoilers out before Raw even happens. So they're probably going to want to do something big. Well, no, I'm thinking maybe a one-night tournament.
I don't think they do a title match out there. I don't think they do anything. I think whatever happens ends up happening at Payback either way.
Mm-hmm.
But you can if you know that Bryan is going to be out, you need a title match for Payback. You need something to sell it.
Yeah. Well, but I think maybe get to the point where they're going to push the Shield Evolution thing over the title, and maybe that's why I felt like they were kind of downplaying things going into Extreme Rules with the title match.
Well, you have to remember Bryan's dad just died too.
That's true.
So between his honeymoon and Bryan's dad dying, he wasn't able to be on every week of Raw.
He just became the champion at the worst possible time for himself personally. It's horrible. Here, Matt Carlins is actually in here joining us via the QA, and he's saying, if you have to strip Bryan of the title, who would you give it to? Who gets it right now?
Cesaro.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too.
Cesaro.
Okay. Wow.
Because then you can have a Cesaro-Kane match. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I'm trying to think, the only other way I could see them doing something, which, I repeat, I do not want this to happen. I do not want this to happen. Shield versus Evolution. Whoever gets the pinfall becomes the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
That feels too TNA. I don't think they would do something so gimmicky.
But if it's Stephanie making the decision,
yeah,
she threatened to strip him of the belt this entire time.
This is true. It could be fun. I'd love to see Cesaro. Realistically, I feel like they'll just end up throwing it at one of Evolution or John Cena somehow. They're going to go safe after something like that, after taking the chance on Bryan, and then all this happening, and hopefully it's one of those.
Let's put it this way: if you put the belt on John Cena, there's absolutely no way Bray Wyatt's winning that match at Extreme Rules.
Oh, absolutely. You mean Payback?
He could maybe win a Last Man Standing match as it is right now due to shenanigans. But if you throw the title on that and have that be the title match, there's no way Bray Wyatt's winning that belt.
Why not have a battle royal and have Sheamus win?
No, Bobby, no. If I could mute you right now, I would.
Either way, I don't know. We'll see. I'm very curious. I feel like we have a tournament on Payback. And we just string all the other feuds through that tournament, and then that all works.
But we
that
just
all works
did that
out.
with the Intercontinental title.
It's kind of the way
Well,
to
that
do
was
it,
for the number
though.
one contendership, though.
Here, Wheels is actually asking, did the show and roster seem off to everyone else? Did things feel off?
They were kind of scrambling because they had to rewrite, probably.
Well, that's the thing. We do know they were doing rewrites because this came up. So whatever the plan was is getting scrapped, and they're reworking. They had to do some holding pattern kind of stuff. I think some stuff.
Raw's been doing a lot of holding pattern stuff.
Yeah,
They've been doing a lot.
yeah. It feels like that's been what we've been doing for the last 2 months since WrestleMania, which is so weird since and unfortunately it all seems to depend on Daniel Bryan at this point with that kind of stuff.
I hate to say it, Sorg. Right before WrestleMania, they got all the people they're going to get for the network right now, and they're not going to really try again until right before SummerSlam when everyone has to decide to re-up.
That's true. That is true. You're going to see these patterns. So you're going to see them, just kind of, this is what we got. And we're going to start bringing Legends stuff. Although I am kind of excited about this prospect of, we have Legends House, so now all those guys are going to pop up on Raw a bit.
Oh, I'm not excited about that at all.
As long as it doesn't turn into an actual wrestling match between Tony Atlas and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
No, I want Legends House far, far, far away from WWE as possible.
Mm-hmm.
We thought it was awkward when they had a match built on Total Divas.
I hate that.
That was filmed maybe 2 months ago. Legends House was filmed when WWE All Stars wasn't out yet.
Yes, I noticed.
And saw them ripping on her paintings. That's why they had the match now.
That could be. That's an explanation. That's definitely an explanation. But still, you're mixing in that. I mean, the reality show is supposed to be. Is a reality for television the new pro wrestling? Because people are like, oh, it's reality. This is really happening. It's like, no, it's all just as fake, as pro wrestling in the long run. So that really just kind of like solidifies that. It's reality entertainment. Can we call it that? Like sports entertainment?
Sorg, if that's the case, why did we have divas judging a diva match?
Did they explain that at all?
Nope. That was the dumbest thing of the night.
So we'll get an explanation like 4 weeks from now.
Maybe. And Eva Marie is literally the last person in that arena that should be judging a divas match.
See, they didn't have anything for us to do, so we took these numbers and
just kind of the last person on the internet that should be judging a match. Anyways.
We need to talk about one more thing.
What's that?
The amazing, astonishing Alicia Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Please don't actually.
Yes.
One of the best parts of the night.
Please don't actually have quit because this is the best Alicia Fox I've ever seen.
She came back on the app.
Oh, she did.
And she said, "Do I look like a quitter? I'm not a quitter." Then she started screaming, and then right before she left, she screamed, "My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard."
Yes,
she stormed out.
Doing that, please.
Oh my God! I hope her go home line for every promo is just a random R&B line from the 90s and early 2000s. like, you know what, Josh? Don't go chasing waterfalls, and she just walks off.
Oh, I'd do it.
The best thing in the world.
I'm down with that.
Please make that a thing.
That's a tremendous idea. Yes. Wow.
But like she just like interjects herself like Bad News Barrett. Like with R&B quotes relevant to the situation, like she just screams at John Cena, "Well, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it," and just walks away.
The other crazy thing that happened tonight was Sandow.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Doing some pipe bombs apparently during the Raw pre-show. Makes me want to actually kind of watch that.
I like where he's been dressing like a Valentine's Day card for 30 years.
Yes.
The last 30 years.
You guys are saying that's a pipe bomb, though.
It's an attempted pipe bomb. It's a manufactured pipe bomb. It's not. I think I like what they're doing. I see what they're doing, but I really don't think it's worked out.
I
too
think
well.
it's like an awkward fireworks display on the 3rd of July.
Okay, all right. LB, you have joined us. How you doing, sir?
Hi, I didn't realize I was joining the thing. I thought I was. Hi, everybody.
Hi. So
Captain's back.
It's a good thing you have pants on.
real quick. What are your thoughts on the change-up with Daniel Bryan, and what do you think they're going to do with the belt?
I think that it's a damn shame that this has to happen to Daniel Bryan at a very inopportune moment in his career. This is his big break, and it's getting cut short by this neck surgery. As to what they're going to do, I think worst case scenario, they do have to have a tournament. I don't think it's too late to reshuffle it into the payback plans.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see that. But I think it really sucks for Daniel Bryan right now.
Yeah, certainly. And then we also talked about the Sandow situation. I know we were talking about that a bit in the hangout earlier.
I like Damien Sandow, and anything that gets him on screen more is A-OK in my book.
Awesome. We got a question again to the Daniel Bryan situation. Wills is asking, even with his surgery, why have Kane drag him out? They always do that. Whenever somebody has a surgery, they say, "Hey guys, I'm going to have surgery." They try to make something happen to make it look like they've pretty much died. So when they're not around for 6 months to a year, they need to go out in dramatic fashion, like especially somebody on that level.
I think it's also just because they don't know how severe it's going to be. So if it's not really that severe, he can come back right away and say, "You tried to make my neck injury worse than it was."
Yeah.
Somebody tonight said on Twitter that I can't remember who it was now, but they said that Kane just dragged the. I think it was Corey Graves actually. He said Kane just dragged the corpse of Daniel Bryan onto the stage to get approval from Stephanie like a cat. Like, look what I did!
If he screamed, "Are you not entertained?" that would have been hilarious.
I'm the Demon Kane. I brought you a present.
But I think it's just more driving the point home and at least bringing some kind of, if it ends here for a long time, for him to be on the shelf, at least like that's a sort of closure point to that situation.
Now, I have a question. If they strip Daniel Bryan, does that mean, our fantasy booking aside, does that mean Kane is kind of next in line for the championship?
I think partially.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the tournament, if they do.
You can see him maybe getting a first round bye in the tournament if they were to have to structure it that way.
Oh, I really don't want to see Kane as champion.
Because he lost the match for the belt.
Yeah. But then what do you do with Kane? Just
you just
have Stephanie suspend him?
You throw him in there. Maybe Evolution starts sending them after Shield or something. Maybe we finally get the Kane back with the Wyatts to figure out what the hell happened in SummerSlam. I still really want some follow-up to what the hell happened at SummerSlam. Is this whole he disappeared and now he's back and then Corbin Kane, I think is the worst thing.
Sorg, do you want to know what that is?
Hmm.
That's GTV. That's what that is. You're never going to find out.
JTV? You mean GTV?
GTV. That's what I said.
Okay, like Justin TV? Because, that's...
No.
On Tuesday night at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Nice segue.
Yes. Anything else you guys want to touch on?
ABC, Sorg, always be closing.
That's right. No, but is there anything else you guys want to touch on before we head out of here?
Lana's butt.
Two Divas matches.
We all want to touch on Lana's butt.
Even though
it makes me uncomfortable.
Even though we decide... Go ahead.
The 2x4 was 1 day away from retirement.
Yes. We did have two Divas match, even though we decidedly do not like how the Total Divas implication is. I don't watch Total Divas, so I'm just like, oh, they have this. Oh, there's something about a painting. I don't care. It's Natalya in a match that's actually half decent.
I do have
with
one
that.
request as far as Lana and Rusev goes. Every time Rusev locks on the camel clutch, I want him to whisper "Hail Hydra." I don't think that's going to happen, but I really want it to.
I want them to make it like that she can only break it. Like, she tells him to stop.
I think that's pretty much what they've done,
They've
though.
been doing that, but sometimes he lets go early. And I'm just like, I want it to always be her telling him when to stop. Because she has some sort of control over him.
And it's nice to see that Rusev kept up his streak. They're gonna have to start hiring new people if this is really the gimmick.
I really wonder, like, where are they gonna go with Rusev? Like, what's their end game here?
They want Vladimir Putin to show up at SummerSlam.
Whoa, that's not good.
Rusev,
Wow.
not targets.
You know, I really hate the idea that there's a lot of like they're getting trashed a lot in the news for, oh, they're talking about Putin, blah blah blah. It's like, does anybody remember Sergeant Slaughter?
I was gonna say Sergeant Slaughter was legitimately way worse than Rusev is right now.
And that was a war. And it's not even that. Yeah, it was that. But they're just because WWE is making light of a real situation, you know, that's like a war, people are dying, etc. Not the first time, guys. Look at this history. This is the first time with a 24-hour news cycle they've done it, I think. And I think that makes the difference.
And people treat wrestling like it's something so different than any other TV show that mocks and insults Vladimir Putin.
Hmm.
And how many shows are on right now, or at least coming out, that have Russian spy, you know, insurgents, you know, popping up?
Sorg,
And that's the
Daily Show.
The Daily Show.
Every night.
Yeah, there's that too.
They had Jason Jones go to Russia and almost get bitch slapped by Gorbachev. Like, that's a legit thing that happened.
That is true. That is true.
WWE just has Putin awkwardly staring over a match. Like,
Russians have always been America's favorite villain, especially in spy movies. Fucking the Cold War just raised all boats for everybody everywhere, because you had an enemy that everyone was united against. You had all the, you know, monetary innovations of a war without all the bloodshed, and you had I can't think of the third thing. A lot of great James Bond movies. So,
all the Bond movies, all the Grisham novels, like, they're all about anti-Russian. Even the Rocky movie went anti-Russian. I mean, come on.
And he saved everyone with Cold War. Because if I can change, and you can change, then we can all change.
All right. On that note, again, WrestlingMayhemShow.com. We'll continue this conversation tomorrow night on the show proper. You can join us on iTunes, on Stitcher, on YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Please comment, share with your friends, like, all that kind of stuff. Let us know you dig it. Let other people know you dig it. I'm Sorgatron with DJ Lunchbox on the Twitters, Mad Mike 4883 on the Twitters, and Bobby F. J Town on the Twitters. We'll see you guys next time.